Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about the Blue Storm WaveSpell, and this begins today on Thursday, November 18th, and goes until the 30th of November. And so this is a period of 13 days where we're going to have an overriding galactic energy that is guiding us through this process of discovery and evolution. And we're going to talk a little bit about the energies of this WaveSpell, and then, of course, pull some cards to see what may be in store for us or what messages Spirit has for us regarding this WaveSpell. This is particularly powerful because this WaveSpell is beginning around the time that we have that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And I say around because that lunar eclipse is happening on and around 5 o'clock a.m. in the northern hemisphere. So it's really kind of the day after the WaveSpell begins, but we're still really in the energies of it. And the energies of this eclipse and the Blue Storm WaveSpell feel very tied in together. So it's kind of a powerful opener that's really introducing us to these energies of transformation and activation that we're going to be surfing, if you will, throughout the next 13 days. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the energies of this WaveSpell, and then we're going to pull some cards and we're going to get into some specific guidance around what we may experience during this WaveSpell. All right, so the Blue Storm WaveSpell is the 7th WaveSpell of the DreamSpell Journey and the 3rd WaveSpell of the White Northern Castle of Crossing, which for those who have been following, you'll know that the White Northern Castle of Crossing is the second castle or period of 52 days within each spin of galactic time. So there are 5 castles, 5 periods of 52 days that we move through as we move through each spin of galactic time. So we are now in the 3rd WaveSpell of this second castle. There are 4 WaveSpells total in every castle. And we're 7 WaveSpells in from the beginning of this new galactic spin. So we're on this evolutionary journey, and this is the point of that journey that we are reaching with the Blue Storm WaveSpell. The sign of storm comes from the original Mayan glyph of Cauac, which signifies storm, divine ray, thunder, and rains. This glyph is part of the Maya myth of creation, which is represented by 3 turtles carrying the sign of Cauac on their shells. Exactly before life emerged on Earth, our planet was under heavy rains, which formed the oceans where life began. Thus, the blue storm represents the necessary transformation that occurs before a new creation takes place. It symbolizes the change of paradigm toward the evolution of consciousness. The rains wash away the old perceptions. The divine ray manifests the new revelation. Precisely in the DreamSpell transcreation of the Maya Tolkien, the storm is the catalyzer of the transformation and also the energetic power which manifests the self-generation in order to attain the new beginning. The blue storm invites us to let go of the old perceptions and to explore the new ones in order to fulfill our transformational purpose on Earth, and by doing so attain higher consciousness. The Blue Storm WaveSpell contains the power of numbers 7 and 19. It is the 7th WaveSpell of the DreamSpell Journey and also the WaveSpell of Seal 19, Blue Storm. Number 19 is a significant prophetic number. And one of the interesting things that it says, it has a whole different list of things with the number 19. I'm not going to read them all, but it does say, the new revelation of the 1919 crystal matrix established that number 19 represents the activation code of the crystal prophecy. The double terminated crystal contains 18 facets, plus the mystical center of the crystal. 6 plus 6 plus 1 equals 19. And so just some really powerful energies that we're working with. You guys will remember we did have the blue lunar storm year last year. We're now in the year of the yellow electric seed. And if you guys want to learn more about the galactic years, go to, there's a playlist. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but it contains, it'll be clear which playlist it is when you look through the different playlists that I have to offer. It's something like Galactic Cycles and WaveSpells or something like that. And you'll see both of those years. And it's really interesting to understand the energies of the year that we just experienced and the year that we are experiencing now, because that blue lunar storm year really helped activate us and clear the way for the seeds that we are now planting with this yellow electric seed year. And very much in this way as this blue magnetic storm energy kicks off this blue wave spell with this powerful lunar eclipse in Taurus. We're really clearing out a lot of the old, right? We're washing away all of these major cycles. That eclipse is really helping us to close out huge karmic cycles, not just from this lifetime, but many, many lifetimes. This is like a quantum closeout of cycles and old timelines. During this eclipse, we're really washing away a lot of those old perceptions. We're burning away that ego identity that no longer serves us and coming into a deeper resonance with our souls, really being activated strongly as that eclipse is also happening conjunct the Pleiades star system, right? So there's this huge influx of Pleiadian light as well that we're experiencing. So we're being activated. We are releasing, we're purging, we're letting go of so much, and we're really clearing the way for what wants to come. But it's a major activation of our light bodies, and like we said, it's that cleansing, and it's really helping us to step into our power as well, to learn how to be self-generating. That's what this blue storm energy is all about, being the catalyst, being the change that we want to see in the world and in ourselves. So it's really calling us to step up wherever it is that we are needing or desiring that change. And we're going to read, of course, from the Astro Dream Advisor, because it always has such beautiful things to say. And so let's see here. Oh, that's this. I'll put in the description box below for you guys. That's where it goes day by day, telling you the different ways that you can work with each daily energy of this 13-day wave spell. So for those of you guys who want to follow along with that, that is going to be contained in the description box below. But that's not what I was looking for. So give me a second here. We're going to want to go here. Yes. Blue storm is the initiation by fire, the lightning path, the arrival of the thunder beings who bring the final transformation. To the Maya, blue storm represents the storm, the thundercloud full of purifying rain, and the lightning that shatters any false structuring of reality. Blue storm is the purification of the body temple and the ignition of the light body. In these last years of a 26,000 Mayan grand cycle, blue storm comes to help you in the disintegration process that moves you from separation to ascension. This initiation by fire breaks any false containers of self that cannot withstand the flame of transmutation. Only your true identity will live through these fires, for you will be reborn in the heart of all that is. Blue storm provides the water that purifies and quenches your spiritual thirst. In this state of consciousness, you stand willing to surrender everything. You give up what you seem to be in order to fully become what you are. You step into the fires of the unknown and you are changed forever. Allow blue storm's storm to purify and cleanse you. Blue storm catalyzes and prepares your nervous system and circuitry for complete transformation. It is the electromagnetic storm of transmutation, the clearing and quickening of your physical, mental, emotional, and etheric bodies. As you become aligned with the descending energies and evolve in consciousness, your body's vibration is raised, becoming less dense. Your new alignment ignites the quickening process that transmutes the shadows of the past, including experiences, judgments, thought forms, and old patterns that have held you back. As you move into this new vibration, you may feel off balance. In this transformational shift, you will feel unusual quickenings on every level of your being. You will sense emotional and physical imbalances and restructuring. Your issues will be catalyzed and brought out for you to address. By being present with your old patterns, you have a unique opportunity to access the energy of blue storm, which is experienced as an inner transformational storm, a natural part of the process of vibrational shift and quickening. Whether you are experiencing these changes consciously or unconsciously, the vibrational change is adjusting your energy pattern to accommodate the flow of the language of light. These new frequencies feed you on every level of your being. As your transformation progresses, you quickly become aware of the unconscious material you still need to process. No longer can you escape the effects of your belief systems. Fears and negative images can all be felt very quickly. The transformation is experienced as if it were happening from the inside out. Things seem to cook inside you. Remember that you have chosen to take part in this rebirth, both on a planetary and a personal level. The planetary dream, the miracle on Earth, is what brought you here. You are becoming the living model of the new reality. As an emissary of the great change, you are a transformer of the collective myth. Riding the crest of the wave, you are traveling both outward and inward on your journey home, for yourself and for all those who will follow after you. A simple catalyst for this catapulting force is the integration of duality within. The personal integration of shadow is what will create the miracle. Personal shadow is simply that which is separated from the full light of consciousness. By integrating shadow, you are freed from delusions of right or wrong, good and evil. Shadow provides an opportunity for you to bring in all of your expanded essence. Consciousness is a structural metaphor that is calling for transformation. As your consciousness becomes crystallized, narrow and complex, it invites the process of dissipation to unravel and break it free. As you travel the spiral vortex of light, expanding into ever-widening realms of truth, your crystallized energy breaks down and transcends form. This process can be very intense, but if you embrace it, you can be transformed into a freed adventurer, a divine actor who can play any part without becoming attached to it. And then we also have the affirmations here. So the affirmation for the blue magnetic storm, which is the energy that kicks off this wave spell, is, I unify in order to catalyze, attracting energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. And the other affirmation is, I am Cauac storm. I bring disturbance in order to purify. I activate your light body and help you transform. And some guidance for the blue storm wave spell. If after the 2 previous wave spell there are still things you don't really want to face, the storm wave spell will be merciless. It will not be subtle. After all, a mild breeze is not a storm. Know, however, that this only occurs to purify and transform you. If everything remains calm in your life, don't forget you might end up in somebody else's storm. Remain calm. Storm also gives you great power. You have much energy to deal with all sorts of things. Put your shoulder to the wheel. Remain calm. Seek the eye of the storm. Here it is calm. From this position, you can enlarge the area of calm by drawing from your own love to pacify the storm. So I love how it says remain calm like 5 times in this, right? So the overall guidance for this blue storm wave spell is to remain calm. We talk about this all the time, you guys, right? Become the eye of the storm. When you are in the center of the storm, you can then direct the energy and you're not getting swept away by it. So I want to start out with some Black Moon Astrology cards for this wave spell. Let's see what energy, what guidance we have here. Clear. Tell us what we can expect from this blue storm wave spell. What guidance from Spirit? And the Mars card was flipped over there, so we'll see if that comes back out. What guidance do we have regarding this blue storm wave spell? And the affirmations I will put in the description box below, as well as, like I said, the breakdown of the 13 days if you want to work with each individual galactic signature of each day in resonance with the overriding blue storm energy. Yeah, first card out, Mars. So there's going to be a lot of intensity, right? This is that energy of the storm, possibly conflict, right? Conflict within or conflict without. This is really an energy where we're being called to step into our masculine energy, to really utilize that masculine energy, that divine masculine energy, to make decisions. There's decisions and choices that may be coming up for people during this wave spell. We're really being asked, this feels like a very emperor-like energy. We are being asked to step into our role as the emperor, right? That's once again, I'm seeing that remain calm that we kept reading, right? Remain calm. The emperor is cool, calm, and collected. He makes decisions strategically. He has that beautiful divine masculine essence. We're really being asked to call upon that and to take action in the areas of our lives where action is necessary. We have the Sagittarius IC card. So things are going to be revealed to us. And the ways that they may be revealed during this wave spell are possibly for some going to be a little bit intense, a little bit jarring. But it's also going to be revealing to us, because it's going to reveal. There is a path forward that's going to be revealed. Our true passions, our true desires will be revealed to us if we are willing to see, right? If we're willing to look. and pay attention to what's coming up. Tell me some more here. And once we see, we're being asked to act. And then we have the 6th house routine coming up. That's Virgo energy. And the Pisces card, I believe. And so I'm definitely feeling like something that's going to be helpful for people during this wave spell is to really get centered in your routine. Make sure that you are keeping up on your spiritual work, right? That you are meditating, that you are caring for yourself, that you are getting the rest that you need. That you're, whatever it is that you do to keep yourself on a consistent basis, to keep yourself spiritually centered and grounded, we really want to connect in with that energy. We really want to root and ground down, right? Imagine a tree in the middle of a storm. The deeper the roots of that tree go, the more likely it is to withstand that storm, right? If a tree is rooted deeply enough, that storm is not going to affect it. It's not going to break it. And so we want to be deeply rooted like that tree. We want to really be practicing that energy. And also with this, I see routine and believe here. There is a level of clarity that we're going to gain around our habits and routines, around the way that we care for ourselves. And also around our belief systems and where those support us in our path forward and where it is that they don't, where it is that those need to be shifted. Yeah, that's going to be made very clear to us. This is also with a Virgo and a Pisces type cards coming out here. Very much an energy of spiritual service, our path of spiritual service as well, for some becoming more clear. And us feeling very motivated to pursue that in whatever way it is that we are meant to pursue that at this time. And it's going to be different for different people, and it may be different for some people than what we had originally thought. It's sort of like the energy is evolving, our mission is evolving, and we're being called to evolve with it. We're being called to have faith. We're being called to believe in ourselves. We're being called to really refine ourselves in some way. That 6th house energy is absolutely an energy of refinement. So how are we being called to refine ourselves? Right? This purification process. Blue storm is a purifying energy. And then we have the earth element coming out, stabilizing. So yeah, they really want us to be rooted, stabilized, and grounded. That energy coming through very strongly. We may be in a process as well during this wave spell of really wanting to create that stability. We're going to be desiring that, and that makes sense, right? When you're in the middle of a storm, you need that stability. Yeah. I feel like I want to learn more about that. Tell me any more about this energy of stability. Clear. This energy of creating stability, desiring stability. Tell me more. All right, we have the Hanged Man coming out. Change in perspective, doing something differently, seeing something in a new way. We have the Justice card coming out. And we have the 6 of Cups coming out, and there's that Emperor on the bottom of the deck. All right, so there's definitely this energy as we're seeking this stability. It's like really coming to understand and maybe sort of understand a different meaning to what stability means to us. What it is that we need in order to feel stable, in order to feel rooted, in order to feel grounded. There's also an energy with this Justice card where it's like the choices and decisions that we make, we want to make sure that those are fair and balanced. We really want to work on this energy of understanding, of coming from a place of integrity. Yeah. And for some people, I feel like there's going to be this desire to set things right from the past, right? This can be a card of the past. To set energies right, to find, it's that karmic balance, right? We talked about how this wave spell starts during that full moon eclipse in Taurus, which is a huge cycle of karmic closeouts. Yeah, tell me anything more here. We have the sun popping out. So there's that energy of new beginnings. That's an energy of illumination, of growth, of joy, blessings. Yeah, so it's like fresh starts. And that energy was all over the full moon eclipse video. That energy of fresh starts, things beginning, new cycles beginning. Yeah, so we're definitely, we're desiring that level of stability where it's like when we are beginning to see, as our beliefs, as our ideals, as our morals, our thought processes have shifted, right? As we begin to see and approach things differently, we're wanting to do them differently than they've been done in the past. Right? We're wanting to look upon and utilize the wisdom of the past, but to move out of the guilt, to move out of anywhere where we're making choices about our present based in fear that is rooted in our past. There's like a deep understanding of the past that's bringing about a level of stability. Tell me anything else here. We got the Knight of Cups coming out. With the King of Swords and the Six of Wands. And so this is very much the energy of following our hearts. Following our hearts, but with that balance of the head, right? It's like that exuberance of the heart combined with the balance of the mind. But the King of Swords, right, he's blunt, he's honest, he speaks his truth. So it's really speaking the truth, acknowledging the truth within our hearts. And that's what brings us to this energy of success. Recognizing the truth within our hearts. Yeah, absolutely recognizing the truth within our hearts. And all of that is related to this energy of stability. Something that's built on a foundation that's real, right? A foundation that's true, not a foundation of illusion, right? This is the energy that many have been in and may be in during this wave spell at certain points, that energy, that sleepless nights, being all caught up in the energy of the head. And we get this caught up in the energy of the head when we're not allowing the heart to speak in the equation, right? Then we have the Chariot. So it's like this energy of being kind of torn about our intentions, about where it is that we want to go, what it is that we want to do. This may be an energy that we've been feeling that really comes to the forefront during this wave spell. But we're being reminded, like, you are the magician. You get to create your reality. What is it about the choices that you're making? What is it about your intention? What is it that makes you uncomfortable? Is it some of those old fears coming up that want to be released? Some of those old belief systems? Is it because you're getting too caught up in your mind and not able to step into your heart? What is the fear that's preventing you from moving forward? And how can you alchemize that? How can you become the magician? You have all this creative power. And some people may be coming face to face with the creations of if we've been in a tumultuous mind space, we may be coming to face with some of the creations of that mind space so that we can clear those. But we're being reminded we have the power to clear that, to shift that. Remember, we are the catalyst. We are self-generating. This wave spell teaches us that we have the ability to alchemize anything. We have the ability to transform anything. We have the ability to take that action, right? This first card, to take that action towards what it is that we desire. Yeah, anything else here from the tarot? And then we have the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. So for some people, there's a major lesson, spiritual lesson unfolding that has something to do with a choice that needs to be made. This is a major initiation for some people around the choices and decisions. And really needing, right, in this card, it shows us, right, she's being asked, she's blindfolded, she's being asked to go trust her intuition, to allow her intuition to make that decision. But it's like that energy of being at a crossroads. This Hierophant card to me always reminds me of a spiritual initiation or up-leveling. And it really doesn't matter what choice you make. That's what's coming through. Just your ability to make that choice and stand by that choice is your spiritual initiation. And then move forward. United in will. That's where some of this energy is coming through. It's the energy of the will, not you being united. And because the will is not united, it's causing this kind of an energy. But then we have the Three of Cups coming out. The Five of Swords. The Devil and the Fool. Interesting energy here. So this right here, right? This is the celebration that comes from surrender. The Five of Swords to me specifically speaks of the energy of surrender, right? Because they're not actively fighting anymore. So this could also be a wave spell where for some people, if you have felt like you're in a battle, and for some people I would even want to say a legal battle, but in some type of situation where you felt like you just couldn't come out ahead, I feel like you're coming out ahead. And there's cause for celebration. So that may come through for some people in this wave spell as well. But for a lot of people, it's that energy of surrender. Somewhere where you are finally able to surrender, right? Where this devil energy is no longer able to control you and you move into a brand new cycle. There's a fresh start. But for some people, it's like the fresh start. This is the energy that wants to come through, but we've been stuck in this energy in some way, shape, or form, and that's what's preventing the new beginning. It's like this is the old energy of bondage, of entrapment, right? And this is that energy that's calling us to be like the Fool, sweet and gentle and almost naive, but not in a negative sense, right? Just trusting, ready to take that leap. This is once again the energy of faith. The Fool is full of faith. And this is all the energy of all those old fears and that want to hold us back, right? That keep us locked in this kind of a headspace. We want to move out of this energy. And there is the opportunity to really confront this energy during this wave spell so that you can move into this energy. And many people call the Fool and the Sun, right? One of these two cards, most considered to be the happiest cards in the deck, all right? And they're both on the table. So there is a level of happiness and fulfillment that is possible for many during this wave spell if we're willing to face what wants to be faced. It's like confronting the monster under the bed and realizing that it wasn't as scary as we thought it was all along. I'm going to pull a couple dream cards to close. Clear. Let's get some final guidance for this Blue Storm wave spell from the Dream Oracle. Final guidance for this Blue Storm wave spell. All right, we have Childhood Home coming out. Remember where you're from and who you really are. So there's this energy of, as we're being purified, right? There's this healing of the inner child, right? This healing of the past. And it's like the stripping away of the layers of who we're not so that we come home to more of who we truly are. It's really this energy of coming home to our hearts and coming home to the truth of who we are. Taking off It's like another layer of the masks that we wear is being dissolved. And we're stepping more and more into our authentic selves. And it's like some of us may have felt like we knew who we are at one point. It was like our compass. We were able to follow our compass, right? And then at some point it started to feel like the compass was malfunctioning, like it wasn't working anymore. And it's kind of like our compass is reactivating. And we're all of a sudden, we're sensing the way home to ourselves, even if it doesn't make sense quite yet. It's like we're starting to feel the direction to go in. And this is also a reminder, right? Who are you really? Where are you really from? Anybody watching this channel, you're not from here, right? You are, you may not know where you're from, but once again, you can feel it, you can sense it, right? Remember, this is a temporary experience. Thrilling as it may be, intense and challenging sometimes as it may be, this is a temporary experience. You are an eternal being. So if you are feeling overwhelmed by this experience right now, by everything that's coming up, by the changes that are happening, by the choices that you're possibly needing to make, just know and understand, remember who you really are. You are a child of the stars. Right? You are an eternal being. You are a beautiful spark of source energy. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Right? Kind of zoom out a little bit and put everything into perspective. There are no mistakes. There are no right or wrong choices. There is only how do you want to learn next? How do you want to grow next? How do you want to evolve next? And yes, like the blue storm tells us, there are different paths that we can take on that evolution. The blue storm is the lightning path. So it's going to show you the quickest way to get to where you're trying to go. But that quickest way is going to be more intense than the gentler ways. So what do you want? What do you want to do? What are you choosing? Then we have bathroom and cell phone coming out. So the bathroom's all about purging, flushing away what no longer serves. And the cell phone is all about communication skills. So this energy is pretty self-explanatory. But when it comes out with the cell phone card, it's also this energy of really us during this WaveSpell learning to up our communication skills as well, learning to really refine the ways that we communicate with others, with ourselves, and with the universe, right? So this is like that negative self-talk too. Where is it that we can rewire that if we're finding that coming up for us during this WaveSpell? Where is it that we're maybe noticing that the ways that we communicate with others aren't necessarily getting across what it is that we're trying to express? Where can we refine that? Where are we noticing that maybe our communication is a little more, I don't necessarily, it's not bad to be blunt, but we want to understand how to frame things in a way that is going to be received by others the way that we intend it to, the way that we desire it to be received. And so there may be old ways of communicating that we're refining during this WaveSpell as well, that are being brought to the surface so that we can understand them. I also feel like for some people during this WaveSpell, you want to be careful, like with all of it, when all of this intense energy comes up, just be careful who you're talking to and what you're saying. Make sure that you mean what you're saying, and don't reach out. It's almost like that energy of like drunk dialing people. I think many of us, we don't really partake in alcohol and substances like that anymore because we understand that lowers our vibration. Right? It's just not necessary for us. But with all of this intensity of energy, we can sometimes feel a little drunk. So don't drunk dial. Don't drunk text. Right? Make sure that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And you understand the intention and motivation behind what it is that you are communicating, what it is that you're saying. And some people may want to limit their communication, With social media, this is feeling like social media too. Limit their time on social media. If that's going to help, like a social media purge during this time may be helpful for people. I don't know where else I was going with that, so we're just gonna leave it at that. But some people may need to. I'm almost feeling like, you know how sometimes people take those vows of silence and they go somewhere and they're just quiet. For some people, it's going to be that. It's going to be the clearing of all the chatter, all the unnecessary noise, in order to get more in touch with yourself, in order to come back home to yourself. And then we have dance and departed loved ones. Move to the rhythm of your soul. You are more loved than you will ever know. And we definitely have had that energy of departed loved ones or loved ones soon to depart that has been coming through in readings sometimes. So this may be a time where that is very much on our minds. And like, I feel like what this is, it's sort of like, I feel like for many, it's like your departed loved ones, they're dancing all around you, and they want you to know that you're so loved and supported with everything that you're doing right now. Especially for those of us out there who are feeling a lack of love, who are feeling alone, just really knowing that you're not alone. If you're feeling unloved, just know that you could not grasp how very, very loved you are. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely, there are people who are very, very supported. If anyone has recently lost a loved one, like they're with you. They're with you. They want you to know that. And they want you to allow yourself to experience joy. They want you to allow yourself to experience joy and to really be who you are. Live your truth. Allow your own soul to guide you. It's like they're coming through and they're giving you guidance. They're probably sending you synchronicities to let you know that they're there. But they want you to really tap into what you desire. And to make the choices and decisions that are best for you. And to not let other people make those choices or decisions for you. Like maybe some of them did. They love and support you no matter what you do. That's what they want you to know. So especially for anyone who's maybe been trying to connect with a transitioned loved one, asking for guidance, they support you in whatever it is that you decide to do. It's your life. It's your choice. Move to the rhythm of your own soul. So that's really beautiful. That's really beautiful closing energy there. I love you guys so much. You are so appreciated. You are so loved. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling about this wave spell. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It does help these messages to get out to more people. There are links down below if you feel so moved to donate. My email is also down below, along with the description of the different services that I offer. If you would like to do any personal one-on-one work with me, please send me an email. There are all different ways that we can go about whatever it is that you are trying to shift or change, however it is that you are trying to navigate this ascension process or reconnect more deeply with yourself. Whatever it is that you're trying to heal, to release, to let go, to bring in, we can work on it all together. All right, you guys are incredible. Have an incredible Blue Storm wave spell.